I want to get finished with this because there's one more thing.
All right.
Because this is the point that I was trying to make. Again, I watched. Again, I tried to be impressed. Again, I tried to see where millions and millions of dollars were funneled. Swerve Strickland, the beleaguered Swerve Strickland, and our friend Okada, Mr. Kazuchika Okada, or however you pronounce his first name. He moves like he just got out of a body cast. Again, this match, it made Swerve look bad, I thought, because having to slow him down and or they're also, it's not just that Okada doesn't hit the ropes with any speed or enthusiasm, or as Shawn Michaels used to say when teaching guys how to take a bump, attack the mat, throw yourself into it, or snap to your fucking offense, your strikes, or just a goddamn life to your shit. But it's the other guys are treating him and these other Japanese senior citizens like that they're Fabergé eggs, and we can't hit them too hard unless it's the fucking chop exchange. And so this made Swerve look goddamn. But then, and I will open the floor to your comments after I say Okada gave him the tombstone and didn't even cover him. Tombstone piledriver, no cover. Pulls Swerve up and boosts him up like he's going for a pop-up power bomb. And Okada fell backwards and Swerve landed like ass first on his fucking chest. And then Swerve popped up to his feet, jumping up and down on his tippy toes like he was fine 10 seconds after being tombstone pile driven. And Okada was selling because he had this fucking guy fall on his fucking chest. Is that what you saw?
I mean, that was a very detailed description of it, but I saw what you saw.
Is there any other comments you'd like to make trying to defend the indefensible?
I'm not defending it.
Of this fucking fellow before we move on to the afterbirth of this thing.
I'm not defending it. I think Swerve is deader by the week. You know, even when his music hits,
I'm not even knocking Swerve here, but
I
it's
am
not
a little
his
bit.
fault that he's the victim of a homicide.
Well, also, I think they need to make some change. As soon as that music hits, it's like a groan now. Ugh. And then it comes out and it's that awful song. He doesn't feel like the world champion right now there. Everything's based on MJF and Ospreay. That's the hot thing. Okada, you know, you get what you paid for. I don't know what people thought. He was a great Japanese star beyond the physical issues. You had to bring him over here and establish him, not put him with the Young Bucks who aren't over and think that was going to do anything. And because of the way you've booked him, whatever luster he had is gone. So, not a promising main event. To them, it's a main event with two big stars. To me, I didn't think this was going to be anything that would hold an audience.
Did Tony watch this guy's matches from the last couple of years, or did he just remember he liked him as a kid?
I'm certain Tony has seen his matches in the last few years. He's worked for AEW, I believe, before.
All right. Well, anyway, after whatever that was where everybody fell down, suddenly the Buckaroos just hit the ring and jumped on Swerve, and the disqualification, and the Acclaimed hit the ring and started fighting them. Here came Jungle Jack off and Mark Briscoe. And everybody got in a fight, and then Swerve cleaned the ring. Swerve cleared the ring out, and he's the only one in the ring. And then they play the fucking music, and here comes Hangnail Page. And everybody stops fighting, so this fucking, what do they call him? The Great Value Magnum TA, the generic brand Magnum TA, fucking it comes out and gets face to face, and then they all start fighting again. And then Darby Allin's music plays. And pretty much everything stops again. And then His music plays and plays. Where's Darby? And then he comes from the ceiling like Sting. And then everybody fights again. And while the announcers are screaming, blood and guts, blood and guts, blood and guts. This is like they're going to have blood and guts, I hear, Brian.
Yeah, and by the way, someone told me, and I haven't seen the actual reporting, but I believe they said it was from Fightful, that Tony has stated, or AEW has stated, that Dr. Martha Hart gave them the blessing to do something where someone descended from the rafters. Either way, it seems in bad taste to even have to ask her for permission to do that, if that is true.
Well, besides, can you imagine how scary it has to be up there when he's looking at 16,000 empty seats? To fuck, there wasn't no cushion anywhere that you were going to fucking land on. A nice fat guy in a fourth row. No, that fucking building is empty. But why is this so necessary?
Is anyone pumped up for this blood and guts match? Does anyone really believe in Team AEW? Does anyone care about anything with the Elite?
I think all the people that are actively involved in this match are pumped up for it. I believe they can't wait.
Well, that was Dynamite.